Welcome to Haven Colony, a thriving human settlement on the edge of known space.
Ava, the AI of the colony, greeted every morning. But today was different. Alarms blared, red lights flashed, and explosions rocked the serene environment. Captain Adrian Cole, a seasoned space explorer, received an urgent message from Dr. Michaela Hayes.
Adrian, what's happening?
She exclaimed, her voice filled with panic.
The Zard have launched a surprise attack. We need to evacuate civilians and mount a defense.
Captain Cole's voice was resolute, yet the gravity of the situation was palpable. Civilians scrambled to shelters as defense forces rushed to their positions. Ava alerted Captain Cole of an incoming transmission from Epsilon Station.
Elora and Kale are requesting to speak with you, Captain.
Patch them through.
Captain Cole ordered. Holographic images of Elora, an elegant alien diplomat from the Seraph species, and Kale, a robust warrior from the Tharn species, appeared amidst the chaos.
Captain Cole, we received your distress signal. The Seraph and Tharn are ready to assist.
Elora's calm voice was a stark contrast to the chaos.
Our warriors stand ready to fight alongside you. What are your orders?
Kale's tone was direct and fierce.
We need immediate support. Coordinate with our forces and target the Zarn's main battleships.
Captain Cole instructed. The combined human, Seraph, and Tharn forces launched a counterattack. The skies were ablaze with plasma fire and explosions as soldiers fought bravely against overwhelming odds. Dr. Hayes worked tirelessly to tend to the wounded, her determination unwavering despite the dire situation.
Adrian, we're holding them off, but we can't last much longer without reinforcements.
Dr. Hayes reported, her voice strained.
Hold the line. Help is on the way.
Captain Cole reassured, rallying his troops to fight with renewed vigor. Reinforcements from the Seraph and Tharn arrived, engaging the Zarn on multiple fronts. Seraph ships used advanced technology to disable Zarn weapons, while Tharn warriors led ferocious ground assaults. The battle raged on, each moment a testament to the resilience and bravery of the Allied forces.
Elora, can your ships handle an overload to create a massive energy surge?
Captain Cole asked, a plan forming in his mind.
Yes, we'll divert power to create a surge. Kale, prepare your warriors for the push.
Elora responded.
Tharn warriors, prepare for glory.
Kale commanded, leading his troops with unwavering determination. The Allied forces executed the plan flawlessly. Explosions and energy surges disabled the Zarn ships, forcing them into a hasty retreat. Cheers erupted from the Allied troops as they watched the enemy flee.
We did it!
Dr. Hayes exclaimed, relief washing over her.
This victory is just the beginning. We need to regroup and plan our next move.
Captain Cole stated, his mind already working on the next steps.
Agreed. Let's get everyone back to Epsilon Station. We have much to discuss.
Elora added, her voice filled with hope. Back at Epsilon Station, the war room buzzed with activity. Holographic maps and battle plans filled the space as the leaders of the human, Seraph, and Tharn forces gathered to strategize. The room was filled with an air of urgency and determination. Kale, the fierce Tharn warrior, explained how his people faced enemies head-on with brute force, relying on their physical strength and resilience. Elora, representing the Seraph, detailed their approach of using precision and advanced technology to disrupt and disable enemy systems. Dr. Michaela Hayes highlighted humanity's adaptability and strategic thinking, which had allowed them to survive and thrive against all odds. Captain Adrian Cole coordinated the strengths of each species. Elora's advanced technology would create interference and confusion among the Zarn ranks, while the Tharn warriors would lead direct assaults. The humans, with their hit-and-run tactics, would keep the enemy off balance. The plan was set, and the combined fleet prepared for the next engagement. The Allied forces moved into formation, their ships a testament to the unity and cooperation among the different species. They knew the future of their alliance depended on this battle. As they approached the Zarn fleet, the combined might of their forces was a sight to behold. The tension was palpable, but there was also a sense of hope and determination. The battle began with a coordinated assault. The Seraph ships targeted the Zarn command systems, disrupting their communications and sowing chaos among their ranks. The Tharn warriors charged into the fray, their sheer strength and combat prowess overwhelming the Zarn soldiers. The human fleet executed precise hit-and-run attacks, striking key targets and retreating before the Zarn could respond effectively. The Zarn were caught off guard by the coordinated attack. Their forces faltered as the Allied fleet pressed the advantage. The combined strength and strategy of the humans, Seraph, and Tharn proved to be too much for the Zarn to handle. As the battle raged on, the Allied forces gained the upper hand. The Zarn, realizing they were outmatched, began to retreat. The Allied forces chased them, determined not to let them regroup. The sight of the retreating Zarn ships was a moment of triumph for the Allied forces. The victory was theirs, but they knew this was just the beginning. The leaders of the Alliance regrouped at Epsilon Station, their minds already focused on the next steps. The Zarn were regrouping and preparing for another attack, and the Allied forces needed to be ready. The unity and cooperation that had led to their victory would be crucial in the battles to come. The initial victory had bolstered the morale of the Allied forces, but the threat of the Zarn dominion remained. Reports indicated that the Zarn were regrouping and preparing for another assault. The leaders of the Alliance knew they had to stay vigilant and continue to strengthen their unity. At Epsilon Station, preparations for the next engagement were in full swing. Elora and the Seraph enhanced the defenses with energy shields and advanced targeting systems. The Tharn warriors, under Kale's leadership, prepared for close combat, their determination unwavering. The humans, guided by Captain Cole and Dr. Hayes, focused on adaptability and strategic planning. The Allied forces moved into position, ready to face the Zarn once more. The battle began with a ferocity that matched the previous engagement. The Zarn, determined to regain their foothold, launched a relentless attack. But the Allied forces were prepared. The Seraph ships used their advanced technology to create energy surges, disrupting the Zarn's systems and causing confusion. The Tharn warriors, with their unmatched strength, held the front lines, engaging the Zarn in brutal close combat. The human fleet executed precise maneuvers, striking critical targets and retreating before the Zarn could respond. The battlefield was a scene of intense combat and strategic maneuvers. Each species showcased their strengths, working together seamlessly. The Zarn were unprepared for the coordinated assault, and their forces began to falter. The unity and determination of the Allied forces proved to be a formidable weapon. As the battle raged on, the Allied forces gained the upper hand. The Zarn, realizing they were outmatched, began to retreat once more. The Allied forces pressed their advantage, determined not to let the Zarn regroup. The sight of the retreating Zarn ships was a moment of triumph, but the leaders knew the war was far from over. Back at Epsilon Station, the leaders of the Alliance analyzed the battle and prepared for the next steps. The Zarn were a relentless enemy, and the Allied forces needed to stay one step ahead. The unity and cooperation that had led to their victories would be crucial in the battles to come. The future of their alliance depended on their ability to adapt and work together. The final confrontation with the Zarn Dominion loomed on the horizon. The Zarn were amassing their forces for a decisive strike, and the Allied forces prepared for the ultimate battle. The tension was palpable, but so was the determination and resolve of the leaders and their troops. The Allied fleet, a testament to the unity and cooperation among the humans, Seraph, and Tharn, moved into formation. The Seraph ships, with their advanced technology, were ready to create energy surges and disrupt the Zarn systems. The Tharn warriors, with their unmatched strength, prepared for the brutal close combat that awaited them. The human fleet, guided by Captain Cole and Dr. Hayes, focused on strategic maneuvers and adaptability. As the Zarn fleet approached, the Allied forces steeled themselves for the battle to come. The final battle began with a ferocity that surpassed all previous engagements. The Zarn, determined to crush the Allied forces, launched a relentless attack. But the Allied forces were prepared. The Seraph ships created massive energy surges, disabling the Zarn systems and causing chaos among their ranks. The Tharn warriors charged into the fray, their strength and combat prowess overwhelming the Zarn soldiers. The human fleet executed precise hit-and-run tactics, striking critical targets and retreating before the Zarn could respond. The battlefield was a scene of intense combat and strategic maneuvers. The Allied forces, showcasing their strengths and working together seamlessly, pressed their advantage. The Zarn were caught off guard by the coordinated assault, and their forces began to falter. The climax of the battle centered on the Zarn flagship, a behemoth of a ship that commanded the Zarn fleet. Dr. Hayes proposed a bold plan to create a massive energy surge that could disable the flagship. Captain Cole and Elora coordinated their forces to execute the plan. The Seraph ships diverted power to create the surge, while the Tharn warriors and human fleet provided cover. The energy surge hit the Zarn flagship, causing a chain reaction of explosions. The Allied forces concentrated their fire on the crippled ship, determined to bring it down. The sight of the flagship exploding was a moment of triumph for the Allied forces. The Zarn, realizing their defeat, began to retreat. The victory was theirs. The Allied forces had triumphed over the Zarn Dominion, their unity and determination proving to be their greatest weapons. The leaders of the Alliance reflected on their victory, knowing that this was just the beginning. The future held new challenges, but they were ready to face them together. The victory over the Zarn Dominion marked the beginning of a new era for the Allied forces. Back at Epsilon Station, the leaders of the Alliance gathered to reflect on their journey and plan for the future. The unity and cooperation that had led to their victory would be the foundation for the challenges ahead. Elora, representing the Seraph, spoke of the strength in unity and the importance of cooperation. Kale, the Tharn warrior, reflected on the courage and resilience that had brought them together. Dr. Hayes highlighted the adaptability and strategic thinking that had allowed them to triumph. Captain Cole emphasized the importance of continued collaboration and vigilance. The Allied forces began the process of rebuilding and strengthening their alliance. The victory over the Zarn had shown them what they could achieve together, and they were determined to continue working towards a future of peace and cooperation. The unity that had been forged in the heat of battle would be the cornerstone of their new alliance. As the leaders looked to the future, they knew that the challenges ahead would be formidable. But they were ready. The combined strength and determination of the humans, Seraph, and Tharn would see them through any adversity. The victory over the Zarn Dominion was just the beginning of their journey. The Allied forces departed Epsilon Station, their ships a symbol of the unity and cooperation that had brought them together. They were ready to face any challenge, knowing that they were stronger together. The future held new opportunities and new challenges, but they were prepared to face them head-on. For humanity, and for our new allies, Captain Cole reflected, his voice filled with hope and determination. Together, we will face any challenge. And so, the Allied forces embarked on their new journey, united in their resolve and strengthened by their shared victory. The echoes of valor that had brought them together would guide them towards a future of peace and prosperity. If you enjoyed this epic tale of unity and triumph, make sure to check out another thrilling sci-fi adventure from Sci-Fi Story Vault. Just click on the video appearing on your screen now. Join us for more incredible stories and unforgettable journeys. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest content. See you in the next adventure.